YouTube, what's up? Kingdom Barber here, back with another video. So today's video is going to be on the Babyliss Pro Silver FX, and yes, I did do the Gold FX. I did do a video of that. You can actually check that out on my channel. It has about 24,000 reviews on that, one of my highest reviews, and I'm very blessed and humble that many people watched that video. Thank you guys. And now it's time for the silver. It took a little time for me to get this thing in hand, but I finally got it. I had to hit up my local barber supply store and just say, hey man, once you get one, hold one for me because I need that. And finally got it. I was able to test it out in the shop. And I know you're thinking, is this better than the gold ones? Is there anything different? Well, before we get to all of that, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, give me a thumbs up and follow me on my Instagram page at Kingmelifestyles. And without further ado, let's just roll that intro. Alright, so we are back, but before we open this bad boy up, I'm gonna read off a couple of descriptions here on the back of the trimmer here. What it reads, it is a graphite D-tooth blade, comes with the zero gap tool. Also, it's a 360 degrees exposed T-blade. It has a high torque brushless motor. It's an all metal housing. It has a neural barbell grip. Also, it's a lithium battery. Runs on a 2-hour runtime, and it is cordless and dual voltage. It has a hanging hook on the bottom. Basically, you can hang your trimmer if you want to do that. That's basically what it reads in the back of this. So let's open this thing up. So the first thing we have is the trimmer itself. Let's take off this little tape part there. Now, before we get into detail of this trimmer, just see what else is inside this box and see what else it comes with. When we remove the little plastic cover here for the trimmer, it comes with the instruction guide to the trimmer, which we don't need. Alright, so next in the box is gonna have another little brown box here, and what's inside here is gonna be the actual charger. Unravel this. So this thing is very long, so of course if you want that option of leaving it on the charging cable or not, it's up to you, but this thing is very long. Also double voltage. All right guys, so that is the charging cable, and also inside the box is going to be the actual zero gap tool. This is kind of cool. The little screwdriver comes in a black color. If you buy the gold one, it's actually a red color, which is pretty dope. The actual zero gap tool is the same color, which is red. I'll take this out. So the actual screwdriver comes in more of a like grayish black color. And then you have a little brush. And then the actual zero gap tool. Let's see, we have some oil and this little guard that goes on the blade. So that's pretty much all that it comes with. So let's get back to the actual trimmer. So back to the actual trimmer itself. And the question is this better than the Gold FX? What is the difference between the Silver FX versus the Gold FX? And well, I mean, besides it's gold and silver, I want to say the first noticeably difference is going to be the blade. Now this blade is a graphite blade, and it also has that deep tooth blade, which allows you to get a little bit more sharper and also bald out your clients. With having this deep tooth blade, it's a lot smoother when I am balding out my clients versus using the Gold FX. Now, the one thing that I did not like is sometimes I always felt like it pulled a little bit when I'm trying to bald out my clients. That is the first thing I noticed right away. Is this motor stronger than this motor? It's probably the same motor, but because having the different blade, it allows you to bald out without pulling on the client. Now, even turning the trimmers on, you see it has that little delay, and then this one right here. So because it's brushless motor, they both gonna have that little delay. Now, also the weight of both of them, they feel the same. They both have that same premium feel. They both have the hook, the dual voltage on the bottom. This one has the Gold FX, and then this one says the graphite. Now, I want to say that this one is a lot quieter than the gold one, only because I had the gold one, you know, when you're using it over time, it just gets louder. But the gold one is definitely louder. I'll let you guys hear for yourself. All right, so with that sound test, this one is definitely louder, but I'm pretty sure over time, this one will definitely probably be as loud as this one as well. I did also notice when using the gold one, when I set it on my little clipper rack, it does kind of scrape a little bit, and you start seeing a little bit of the silver that's within the gold. So just something for you guys to know. We'll see with the silver, because it's already silver. I don't know if it will leave those little scratches on this grip part here. They're both fantastic trimmers. I love them both. Again, I had such a good response on the gold one. I had to get the silver. So to use the zero gap tool, but I'll show you guys on this video as well. You take out the little screwdriver part here, and what you want to do is there's going to be 2 screws on the bottom here. So if you can see, it's a screw here, and then there's a screw right there. You want to loosen those up. You want to put the plastic piece on this way. So this little middle section should be facing out. And once you loosen up the 2 screws here, you're able to push up the blade. So let me unloosen that a little bit. All right, so I just loosened the screws on the bottom here. So now I'm gonna slide up the blade. So I just slid up the blade a little bit. Now it's, and if you wanna push it down, you kind of push down on this part here, and you can push the blade down. So that's kind of hard to see, but you just push this part down, and then when you wanna push the blade up, you just push this thing up, and that's how basically you zero gap the Silver FX. And then once you adjusted it to the way you like it, you tighten it up, and you're good to go. So you don't even need to take off the blade like any other trimmer. You can do it right on there while it's already set. So to kind of wrap things up with the Babyliss Silver FX, is this thing worth buying? Well, if you already have the gold one, I would say invest in just buying the blade, because it's the blade that actually makes this silver versus the gold one a little bit stronger, because the blade is a graphite and it also deep tooth. It's kind of like comparing the Andis GTX T outliner versus just a regular Andis outliner. what makes the GTX a little bit stronger is because of that D-tooth blade. And to be honest, all my Andis outliners all have the GTX blade. I just love the D-tooth blade. It's just, to me, it's just so much better. And now that the Babyliss Pro comes with the D-tooth blade, it just works for me. And if you don't have the Gold FX, I highly recommend you just to buy the silver one instead of the gold one, because the blade is just a lot sharper and a lot stronger, and it doesn't pull. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. I hope any of this information you guys can find useful. And if you're debating on whether buying the silver or the gold FX, I hope that kind of sums it up and help you make that decision. And if you do like the content, guys, please give a video a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. I'm just trying to grow this channel, and I'm already almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I'm getting there, guys, and I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Other than that, follow me on my Instagram page at Kingmelifestyles, and I will see you guys on the next video.